Alrighty, I haven't seen it yet. I literally just loaded up the page. What do we got here? 913. Who's the new unit? Okay, it's Elaine. I figured it was going to be Elaine, but wasn't 100% sure. Let me fix the page and everything. I'll go grab the translations. Wait. Oh, it was an Elizabeth. Wait, New Year's Elizabeth. That's so bizarre, but that's actually really cool. Anyway, let me grab translations, make this page dark. We'll get everything situated, and yeah, I'll be you. Alrighty, so we have translations from Kane, we have the new character and everything. Let me go over the character, I guess, first. So, obviously we have the new Elaine. She's been leaked for a little while now. I think everybody pretty much assumed it was going to be her. Not really any reason for them to already have her in the game files and everything if she wasn't super, like, soon. And then this new Red Elizabeth. She's actually a really cool Elizabeth, so I'm not upset about it. It is very, very interesting that they chose the New Year's one of all ones. I guess because the green one already gets, like, so much use and everything, but the red one already had like a really interesting passive with like gaining, I think it's recovery rate if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's go over the character first, the green Elaine here. So these are Kane's translations. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. Oath Maid, Golden Wing Elaine. Passive is Blessing of Fairy. At the start of the battle, applies buff to all ally fairies that increases critical defense by 60% for 2 turns, and for every buff applied to all fairies, increases all fairies' damage dealt by 8%, max of 32%. Also, at the start of the ally's turn, apply debuff to all enemies that decreases defense-related stats by 20% for 1 turn, and for every debuff applied to enemies, increase allies' attack-related stats by 5%, max of 20%. Holy, okay, so quite the supporting buffer unit here. We have a single target weak point skill called Love Blossom, and Flower Blitz is an increase all allies attack related stats by 30% for 3 turns. Okay, so not 100% sure about this because I figured that she was going to be more AoE based like most of the other Elaines are. She's not debuff really, like she's not really debuff related, which is also kind of interesting. So critical defense by 60%, increases all fairies damage dealt by up to 32%, apply debuff to all enemies that decreases defense related stats by 20% for 1 turn at the start of the ally's turn. Okay, so it's just like every single turn. Okay. That's pretty interesting. Definitely very interesting. I'm not 100% sure the practicality of that. Obviously, we'll have to try the unit out. This is one of those units where on paper, I can't quite place how I feel about the unit. So, yeah, let's go down a little bit further. What do we got here? Special move. So, I mean, yeah. She's got the same special move, like the ultimate as the other ones. If you equip Fulfilled Promise Shining Feather Elaine costume set, the costume set effects will be enabled. What? Oh, okay, so I guess this Elaine in general is going to have a specific costume set, like bonus thing. I'm not sure if anybody has translated that in the Discord or not, but yeah, very interesting. I'm not sure. I don't think anybody has, unfortunately. Or at least if they have, I'm not going to go through this whole thing right now. But anyways, the banner, what are we looking like on the banner? Okay, so we do have the new LR unit on the banner, which is cool. I don't think I have this unit 6/6 because she's a New Year's unit. I think that's definitely the weirdest part, is that they chose the New Year's Elizabeth for this, because obviously she's a little bit more exclusive. They don't really throw her out too often. Obviously she was a year 1 New Year's unit, so I mean, there's definitely been opportunities if you've been playing the whole time, but I could imagine a lot of newer players probably don't have this unit, so this will be your chance here. I think a lot of people are probably going to skip this one if I had to guess. Bellion, Red Jericho, Not really anything else too crazy. I like the fact that Denzel's on here, actually. Denzel's not on too many banners, and he's a very interesting unit, I have to say. So I'm actually kind of happy about that. 600 banner, unfortunately, but I guess it is what it is. So we have the new Elizabeth right here. I do actually, this crown actually kind of goes crazy. I'm not really sure about this hat behind her. I have to say I don't really like the hat, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. So this red Elizabeth, let me scroll down on this one once for you. Princess Elizabeth, new legend. Passive shared warmth in PvE. Oh boy, here we go. This is going to be a huge skip for a lot of people, I imagine. In PvE, every time when the unit heals allies, increase the allies' base stats by 6%, maximum of 30%. When the unit does, or when the unit uses a card, it increases the ult move gauge by 1, and before the unit uses attacking cards, removes all buffs of the enemy. Okay. Also, in every content, when the unit heals allies, it increases allies' regeneration by 20%. Okay. So, I'm not 100% a fan of this. So basically what they're doing is, it's great that this unit works in, I'm assuming, every game mode here. I can only imagine they didn't put any restrictions on this. It does, well, it's obviously not going to work in PvP, which that's probably going to be a skip for some people, but basically they just made this unit a universal, kind of like a red Magelda in a way. Like the ultimate move increase, and then you have the basic stat increase, which is actually really nice as well. Removes buffs from allies, so you're gonna be able to use this unit in place of the Elizabeth, like the green Elizabeth, I think, on the Nidhogg team. It sounds like they just used this as an excuse to make this as like a Nidhogg style character. But the fact that you're gonna have to spend a whole bunch of like LR coins, LR seals or whatever on this unit means that I don't know, this is probably going to be really not exciting for a lot of people if I had to guess. But I mean, she sounds cool, she sounds very, very useful, but at the same time, you know, PvE only gets so hard, and I mean, if you're already able to beat Nidhogg, which I understand a lot of people can't, you know, this unit doesn't really have a whole lot of appeal. I mean, it might make the team a little bit easier to use, maybe. So the single target card has now, instead of just being a heals all allies by damage dealt, it now has Flood. Okay, that's bizarre. And then Blessing's Light is removes all. It used to be removes all debuffs at level 1. Now it's removes all debuffs and increases defense-related stats by 30%, 60%, and then applies buffs that make allies immune to debuffs for 3 turns and increases defense-related stats by 100%. Very interesting. She's a red unit. What's the ultimate getting changed to? Heals all allies by 720% of attack and increases 2 ultimate move gauge, then applies buff that increases 30% attack-related stats to all allies. Such a bizarre unit. I really feel like they might have dropped the ball with this one. I do like that they chose the red Elizabeth, but at the same time, man, I don't know. I think a lot of people probably would have preferred the green Elizabeth. It's also weird that they chose a red unit. I really, really, really thought that they were going to go with a blue unit at the very least, just because they've already done red Lostvayne, green Escanor, and then blue whoever. But I guess not. This is probably going to kill the hype for a lot of people, I gotta say. I'm not like completely upset about it, and I do hope that the unit is pretty useful. But I can only imagine it's not going to go over the same with everyone. New bundles, of course. We have this new bundle right here, which gives you cosmetic upgrade materials. We have Season 3 open. I'm assuming there's going to be some pretty big changes here. Of course, we have a seasonal hero, which is Elaine. Alright, so they have some Season 3 changes. I went over these already once, but I was kind of thrown back. There's obviously some weird translation stuff going on here. I think I'm going to have to end up waiting and seeing this in-game. Some of the stuff doesn't get, you know, translated too well. But basically, there's going to be special heroes that are boosted. And then there's also going to be seasonal heroes that are boosted, and I'm not 100% sure what the difference in the two are. It just doesn't really seem like it makes a whole lot of sense, because it says special characters are selected from new characters whose gacha is in progress during the Heroes Arena season and may change depending on the update schedule, and then the seasonal characters will be selected from all new characters whose gacha was in progress during the Heroes Arena season. So it seems like maybe the special characters aren't permanent during the season, but the other ones are, but they can equate to the same character. I'm not 100% sure exactly what that means, but they've also made it to where you can reset and it'll keep your teams intact, which is really, really nice. That's honestly, like, really cool, because sometimes you have to reset several times in a row and it's just really, really annoying. Improve the system to receive rewards after confirming them. So basically what you can do is you can beat the game, or you can beat the mode on champion difficulty, for example, and then if you really want to try for the more, like, the better rewards or whatever, you can go in afterwards and try challenger, and then you can get the rewards for that one as well. So actually really nice there. It gives you a little bit more incentive to try the higher difficulties. The shop seems to be the exact same. They're also bringing Event Tower Trials, which actually has the 2 Elaine pieces from the new Elaine, so they're actually free, and instead of them just giving them to you as like a, I figured that this would be like kind of like a seasonal character almost, where it would just give you the cosmetics in general. I did see somebody translate the thing in, or the costume that she has in the Discord, and it seems like it's apparently giving you a random material. I can only assume it's a cosmetic upgrade material, but it gives you a random material whenever you use her in the coin dungeon, which is kind of weird because I don't think fairies are even, well, I don't know. There's not really a team that you would use her in the coin dungeon for. I guess you could throw her in and maybe make a team out of, like, Festival King or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. They're bringing back Elizabeth's costume. There's a new battle event. They're doing a couple of changes here. They added this little thing to the Knighthood order screen, which says that will take you to the Knighthood activity reward screen, which I'm not really sure what that is. They're now going to show you, if you haven't been connected to the Knighthood order for a long time, you'll get this little message or whatever. Added additional LR evolution illustrations, which is fine. Improved the end date for the display of the daily mission events, and then added sell function to, it looks like, intimacy increase potion, so XP pots? Or I think you could already sell XP pots. I'm not sure what this... oh, I think this is the little heart things that go in your inventory. They're like little pink field hearts or whatever, and then you can also sell the full awakening coins, which I am getting kind of close to getting a full stack of these. Improve the Knighthood contribution menu, so now this is here, and then they did fix a bug with Ragnarok Deanne's Holy Relic. But that is pretty much it for the patch. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions of this patch are, because I'm sure some of you are probably not going to really care too much about this this Elizabeth, but I do think that she could be pretty good. But either way, that's pretty much it for me. Looking forward to seeing the new Elaine and Elizabeth on JP tomorrow, and I will definitely be summoning on Tuesday whenever this character comes to Global. It'll probably take me at least two extra weeks, I would imagine, or maybe 3 weeks. I'm not 100% sure on you know, how many LR seals I can get in a short amount of time, but I have 50 at the moment, so I won't be able to get this Elizabeth for a couple of weeks at the very least. But either way, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I will see you guys later.